Hey guys, it's Drew Fisher over at Wyndham Capital. Hope you're doing well. I want to go over the top 5 mistakes first-time homebuyers make. Number one is they put too much money down. A lot of times we're trained as consumers that we need to put the max down to get the monthly payment as low as possible. But what happens when you do that is when you move into the house, you're going to need money for furniture, you're going to need money to make improvements, you're going to need money for maintenance. So once you put all that money in, we don't want you to not have an emergency fund. So make sure you hold on to some money. And in fact, the way the math works on a mortgage, if you put $50,000 less down on a home, your payment only changes $268 per month. That's based on a 5% interest rate. So would you rather have $50,000 in the bank, or would you rather have your payment be $268 less a month on a 30-year fixed? Most people would rather have the money because if something happens, it's going to give you greater peace of mind. And you can always put the extra money back towards the house. And that actually speeds up the amortization schedule and actually helps to pay off the house faster, but also lets you sleep better at night. Second thing is schools. Most first-time homebuyers aren't thinking about kids going to school in school districts, but sooner rather than later, they're going to be in a position where they're going to have kids, and more than likely, they're going to want to really care about where they go to school. So make sure you look at the schools. The other thing we find out is historically, neighborhoods that have great schools have better home values, and they actually go up at a higher clip. Next thing is commute. Most people look at homes over the weekend, so they don't realize what the commute is from the new house to the work. So we always recommend 7 o'clock in the morning, or whenever you leave for work in the morning, and whenever you leave from work, go to the new home, check out, make sure that commute's going to work with you. And also with the price of gas recently, I mean, that can be even more painful if it's a much longer, slower commute. Next thing, the neighbors, go knock on the door, find out who you're going to live next to. Make sure it's people that you'd want to live next to. There's been countless stories of the perfect home with nightmare neighbors. So make sure that wherever you're moving, knock on the door. Hey, how are you? Nice to meet you. I'm thinking about buying this house. Tell me a little bit about the neighborhood and the neighbors. And you'll find out a lot if that's somewhere that you actually want to live. And the final thing is maintenance expense. When you're renting a property, the landlord or the management company is going to pay for everything. So make sure that on the new house that you have enough money set aside if something does break, and it will. That's why Home Depot and Lowe's and do so well. It's because things are going to constantly break. So make sure that you have a nice budget set aside. Usually like 1% of what you pay for the house is usually a fairly conservative number to use, maybe 2% per year. Just to assume that things are going to break. Hopefully this has been helpful. If you have any questions or concerns, or want me to go through some of these things with you in more detail, feel free to give me a call anytime, 704-369-7213. Hope you're having a great day. All right, thanks.